How are we doing then, guys?
I'm good, good.
Big fight coming on Saturday. Sonny, I think a lot of the pressure's on you this weekend because you're a big favourite in this fight. How do you beat Waseem on Saturday night?
I just got to be the best version of myself, in my opinion. I think I've shown my levels in a professional boxing ring time and time again. I've not had a close fight, not had one close fight. 17-0, British champion, all them international titles in between, a world champion, world title defences. I've not had a close fight, Sam, not one. So it's up to Waseem to try and break me out of that rhythm. It's up to Waseem to make me uncomfortable where I haven't been uncomfortable before. But I'm ready for it. You know, I respect his talent. I respect the years he's taken to get here. Yeah. I respect his approach to life as a person. I do think that genuinely he's a good person. I'm not just saying it because cameras are here. I spoke to him off camera, shook his hand last time I was over in Dubai. But if I'm being perfectly honest, I just think I'm levels, and that's not a slight on Waseem, because you could name any person that weighs 112 pounds and you could probably name anyone that weighs 115 pounds, and I'll sit here with the same energy, the same conviction, the same confidence, because I genuinely believe I'm that good. Genuinely, I haven't got enough reason, haven't got enough experiences of inside a boxing ring that would lead me to believe in any other thing. I'm a very realistic person. I'm very self-aware. I've dedicated my whole life to get to here. 17 years since I was 9 years old. I'm built for purpose now. I can't do anything else. I don't do anything else. I've been absorbed by the world of boxing, and right at this very moment, I'm at the top of it. And for me, this is another step to achieve the legacy I want to, and I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it.
Waz, how do you beat Sonny on Saturday?
You know, I have a very good plan for him. I respect him. He's a good fighter, but you know, I have a very, very good experience in amateur boxing, and I fight one of the best fighters. I face one of the best fighters, even when you go in my pro career. So I beat one of the best, you know, in professional as well. So he's a good fighter. And on Saturday night, on my night, inshallah, I believe on myself. I'm strong, and I know what I can do on this night, and I will be, inshallah, victorious, and I will be champion, inshallah, on Saturday night. This is my goal.
Do you win by knockout? Do you win by points?
You know.
How do you see the fight? How do you see the fight playing out?
You know, we have good plan, so you know, it's everything will be happen on the fight. You know, so I have a good. You know, like. Power shots. I know what I can do in which round, what we can do. Everything will come by timing, you know. But I'm sure I'm 100% confident because I train very hard for this. So because this is, you know, like big fight for me and for my career, for my family, and for my trainer. So this is like dream fight for me. So I know what I can do, you know, but I do my best in 100% in the ring on Saturday night, and I be a world champion, inshallah, on this night.
Okay. Sonny, he's mentioned his trainer there. You've previously worked with Danny as a coach. Do you think that plays into Waseem's hands?
Well, I mean, I think people know my opinion of Danny. Personally, I like him. We've had some good memories. We've gone away together. We've shared, you know what I mean? We've shared some memories, for sure, and some laughs as well. We always did get on. But that being said, I will, and continue to, I will question his training credentials, because I've been in the gym with him. Also, I know very well the other lads that have trained with him, as does Waseem. And I don't know, he's a trainer, but, you know, without sort of slagging him too much, we all kissed and made up earlier, so I don't want to antagonise which doesn't need to be antagonised. Yeah. But if you ask me my opinion, I don't think that there will be a single fighter with Danny Vaughan training him that makes my weight that would ever remotely come close to beating me. If we look at the timeline, he had Paddy Barnes, I called him out profusively. He had Ryan Farag, he didn't let him fight me. When as soon as he left, it was his next fight. Waseem, I've been offered and accepted the fight of him 3 times. This is the first time he's accepted, so I hold a lot of confidence in that. And I mean, no, I know Danny very, very well. I know him very well. He thinks he knows me. He knows me to a certain degree, but yeah, I'm filled with confidence. And what I also am more than that is, I have the most professional, I have the most meticulous, I have the most energised coach in my eyes in Britain. There's probably not one coach that I could stand next to him and say that there's one single coach as dedicated or as enthusiastic about boxing than Grant. He is as obsessed with this sport as me, and as this probably won't be news to Waseem, Danny's not obsessed with the sport. He's not. And Grant is. Grant lives, drinks, sleeps, breathes it. He'll wake up at 5 o'clock every morning and I'll be getting messages about the fights from the night before. We'll sit there and speak and deliberate over fights. We'll work corners together for the other fighters. Your good friend Florian, do you know what I mean? Do
you think Grant doesn't really get the credit he does because he's not really camera facing?
Yeah, but he doesn't get anything out of that. There is no sort of gratification that Grant needs for cameras getting in his face and him telling the world how good he is and what his fighters are going to do. He lets his fighters do what they want and he lets us talk how do we want, if we want to be humble, if we want to be cocky, if we want to be arrogant, whatever. But Grant will be in the back of the shadows, the puppet master, pulling all the strings. Yeah. And you'll hear Grant's voice when you need to hear it.
I've heard
arguments in rules meetings when fighters coming over with gloves with no padding on. Right? Yeah. You'll hear his voice when it needs to be heard, right? And then there's other coaches, not naming no names, that will have fighters in world title fights, and they're, the opponent, who's the world champion, weighs in over the 10-pound IBF limit in the morning, and your coach goes, nah, it's all right. You know what I mean? And then you have other coaches that will die on a hill and make sure, well, the fight's off if we're trying to wear them gloves, get the board, kick up a big up fuss. So I know who I'd rather have behind me, walking me into war and going back to the corner too. And there's not another man that I've met in boxing like Grant. And anyone that knows me knows that in my amateur career, I circled around the whole of the London circuit, every single club coach that there was. And I've been alongside, trained in a gym of many a great coach from this country. And for me, Grant stands more than ahead. But that's me just speaking from my personal opinion. And I think you can see the reaction of the fighters in the gym and how much it gets out of them. Grant's been now a full-time pro coach for about, 5 years since I went back to him. And he's been involved in multiple world title fights. He's been involved in multiple British title fights. He's been involved in probably 50, 60 plus fights with all different lads. Yeah. And I can tell you the 2 times he lost, and they were both small hall fighters that come through on the amateur.
It's a lot of credit here for Grant. I mean, Danny's been involved in 2 upset fights that I can think of with Tommy Coyle and Derry Matthews. I think Derry Matthews knocked Tommy Coyle out in the last fight. He was behind on the cards, and Sam Maxwell as well, more recently. Are you confident does that spur you on and think that you can cause a big upset on Saturday?
Yeah, definitely. You know, the thing is this, it's all about the trainer, I really like Danny, as a person. Yeah. As a trainer, and he's a very good guy. He respects me a lot, and I respect him because he's my trainer. So everything came because I have very good experience with trainers. Yeah. I train one of the best amateur trainers with the Cubans, with the Russians, with the different kind of trainers. Like in Japan, everywhere. I've been in every country, and I train, and I have a very, very good experience. But when I come to him, so definitely the British trainers different. They have a different training sessions. The Cubans different, and the Americans different. Even I trained with Jeff Mayweather probably 2 years. In Mayweather in Mayweather Boxing Club. So we have a very good experience. So he trained me. Every time trainers not the same thing. You learn, and you have good. You improve your skills. Things, so he gave me a lot of new things, and I already have a lot of different things from different trainers. Yeah. So this all experience give me very, very big motivation.
Confidence as well.
More confidence, So because I train one of the best amateur. He make he was the top Cuban trainer, Julian. So I trained with him like more than 5 years. But everything come by experience, no? I respect his trainer. He's a very nice guy. So I respect everyone, but on Saturday night, I will put my all efforts. What I do, I work very hard for this. This is the main fight in my career to win this world title, inshallah.
Second world title shot.
Yeah. So this is my goal, because always focus, sacrifices. I also I've, like 2 weeks ago, my baby. I was never with my family, so I have a new baby, but new baby born. So that's give me more motivation. When I see my baby, more motivation. When I see my wife, my mom, my brothers, my family, they give me more motivation. My skills, everything. So this is the main thing. This is the big energy in my life. So that's why I said, I be a world champion, inshallah, on this Saturday.
Okay, Sonny. I mean, it's not. You're active on social media. It's fair to. It's probably an understatement to say you're active on social media. One of the things that you speak about a lot is Martinez, the potential fights that you could have if you are to come through Saturday night, if you're successful on Saturday night. Do you think you've overlooked him at all within your preparations?
Not at all, because like I said before, complacency is the biggest killer of dreams. Every misstep is a big fall from where I am right now. Yeah. I'm holding one of the 4 Infinity Stones, and like Waseem said, he's circled his whole life to get here. He fell just short against Maruti, who's a great fighter, and he put in a great performance, a performance I was impressed with. Me personally, I believe that was the last time I've seen him impressive in a boxing ring, if you ask me. But that might be because he's fighting people at a lower level, and good fighters often become great fighters when they're in against good fighters. So I'm expecting to bring the best version of Waseem out, because I think he knows that the best version of him is needed to fight me, if I'm perfectly honest. I think whether they think it's going to be easy, whether they think all I do is run, whatever, I think he knows that there's enough evidence there to suggest that he needs to be on it, over on it, double on it to put a dent in me, where no one else has. Yeah. Now, I've been down, haven't been hurt. Them rounds I've been down, was winning the round before. I got put down, I come back and won the round. I think out of the 2 rounds I got put down, I think 4 judges gave him 10-9 rounds. Yeah. Looking at the scorecard. So it's not, I've not been there before.
So you think you've basically been untested as a pro, is what you're saying?
You say untested, but I've had arguably the biggest test. Waseem will tell you how tough Maruti is and how hard he hits. He's not a joke. And I believe you me, I've been in the ring with hundreds, maybe at this point, thousands of fighters in my career up to this point, and Maruti gave me pressure that fighters have never made me able to feel. Yeah. Even though I still made it easy on the scorecards, I made it wide. Probably about 118, 110 was around the right score mark. But yeah, at this level, you can't overlook anyone. You can't. There's way too much riding on it. The purses are way too high, and the next purses are way too high, and there's too much. Yeah. There's too much riding on it for me to go through camp and cut any corners against Waseem. Because like I said, I respect him as a fighter. I think he is a good fighter. I think he's tough. Yeah. But that being said, I just think I'm levels, and maybe I've got to think that. Maybe I'll show it on Saturday. I think I will. But it's not out of a place of disrespect. It's not out of a place of trying to get in his head. It's not in a place, because I don't need to do any of that. Every time I'm fight week, I come here and I'm just reactive. Yeah. Whatever stimulus comes my way, I spin it back and fire it back out. That is what I am. That's how I am on Twitter, what you mentioned. It's how I am in my real life, away from the cameras, my personality, when I'm arguing my bird that I've not actually got at the moment. Anything. Do you know what I mean? It really is like, that's me. If you come with me with respect, I will deal with you accordingly. If you come with me with disrespect, I will times it 10 and turn it on its head and make big drama show. And Waseem's always been very respectful to me, especially in person. He's always been sound, so I've got no reason to do anything but respect him. And like I said, he only lost in a close fight against Maruti, who everyone else around that he's boxed, he's absolutely wiped out, apart from me and Waseem. So I know Waseem's not a bad fighter, and McGraymo's a decent fighter that he fought as well. Someone I was trying to get a fight with for a vacant WBO title before he fought, I think he might have fought Nakatani or whoever he fought for, I can't remember, when he lost. I was trying to get that fight, and then I knew that Waseem's a good fighter. And I've shared rounds with him, then I knew he was a good fighter. But that whole time, across that storyline, I just believe I'm better. But again, not on a personal, but you could ask me any flyweight, any super flyweight. You could name any single one of them, and I'll sit here, bare straight face, and tell you that I think I'm better than them, because genuinely from the bottom of my heart, I believe that to be true. I haven't got enough evidence to suggest to me otherwise.
Not that it really makes a difference, because sparring is sparring, fighting is fighting. You've sparred Sonny.
Yeah, I sparred him.
What happened in the spar with Sonny?
There was sparring, fight is different, sparring is different.
Sure.
Yeah, so I sparred him. That was good sparring, So, and he was coming in our gym and we sparred. That's it.
It's just
yeah,
simple as that.
Yeah.
Well, guys, Sonny, for people that have not watched you box, what are the fans going to expect on Saturday from you? What kind of performance are you putting in?
Every single one of my fights has followed the same pattern. I come out, I have a look, I tap into their rhythm. They usually have a decent second round because I've chanced them in the first round. I get their rhythm by the end of the third round. And then it's just pretty monotonous. I'll just do what I want, when I want, and if I want to start sitting on shots, I'll start sitting on shots. If I want to just keep moving, I'll keep moving. I possess skills. I possess skills that I can disappear if I want to in a 14-foot ring, as Waz knows from our spar, and I can do it in a 22-foot ring, which I've seen. That is in the middle of that arena that we're fighting in on Saturday night. I don't know who signed off on that, but it's a huge ring, which probably does pay testament and advantage to me and my style. But at the same time, wasn't something that I even needed to have a conversation on. Last time I was in a 16-foot ring, It was tiny. I find space in the smallest. I only need to be one step out, and I love my back on the ropes. I love being up against the ropes. I do my best work off the ropes. So you can put a small ring, you can have a 12-foot ring, you can have a 10-foot ring, you can have an 8-foot ring. I'll find space.
Same question was, for fans that have not seen you box before, what are they going to expect from you on Saturday?
We are very good playing. I train very good. I know what I can do. I know his boxing style is like amateur. He move along, in the ring, always fighting. He like to in the ropes, but I know he never fight toe-to-toe like Mexican style.
Okay.
So I love to fight like Mexican style, because when you see my all fights, I never go back. So straight, forward and keep punching, So this is my boxing style. But now everything we can change. We have a very good plan, because like I said, I have more than 300 amateur fights. So if I come like amateur boxing style, so I can do
both.
Yeah, I can do. I have that kind of skill. What I can do, like I said, Cubans more better in amateur in the world. Yeah. So I have a lot of experience what I can do, and everything I go by plans, by round. I know what I can do. So
you can adjust.
So we have very good plan, and inshallah I know what I can do, and when things come, so I try my best for it, then so I know, like I'm 1000% confident I'm going to win this fight. That's the main thing.
So it sounds like we're gonna have a great fight. Last thing.
No, I found one thing I will say I do think is funny is we're sat a metre and a half away and I'm getting called an amateur style. Yet, as it sits currently, I am the professional IBF World Flyweight Champion, and the kid that I beat you. So maybe that amateur style, maybe that's the professional style. You said you were going to train with Mayweather and Jeff Mayweather, and I think a lot of his opponents would have choice words to say about how we fought. And I know, I'm telling them. And I think it's probably, when you study psychology and you look into people's reactions, that's always been his sort of beeline. He's trying to sort of, I like fighting like this, don't be chicken, don't run. Because I think he knows that if I want to move for 12 rounds, I can do it. I can do it for 24 rounds. That's not the issue. But I think he knows that that really does reduce the chance of him catching me, his chance of winning. I do believe, and I think he knows that. I think that is the most frustrating. That will be the most stylistically antagonising thing I can do. Get in there and just jab his head off and move him around. And the more he says, you know, oh, I like standing there. One thing I've learned about boxing and the art of war is knowing yourself and knowing your opponent. So every time that your opponent wants to work, you don't let them work. When they want to rest, you make them work. They want to fight, you don't let them fight. Do you know what I mean? So, I mean, I think he's playing his hand and he's been playing his hand, but it's, you know, it's understandable because you can't replicate my style. What I can do, very, very few people in this world can do. Danny once said to me privately that I was the most talented lad he's ever trained. He said that in the Marbella gym. He wouldn't let me spar, not my brother and not his other fighters in the gym because it weren't good for their confidence. Danny knows how good I am, and I think Waseem knows how good I am. Hence why we've only got here now in the third time of asking.
I know, like I said, he's good, but he's not good like me.
Tell him.
So, you know, I've a very, very good experience, like I told you, you know, more than better experience than him, more than better fighters I face than him, you know. This is the thing.
I don't know where you get. I don't know where you get it from.
You've boxed better fighters than some?
Yeah,
we boxed the same best fighter and I beat him and he lost. I don't get it. Magremo is not even as good as Thomas Asomba, man. He's a built-up Filipino.
I face better. I face more, you know, thousands better than him, you know. But you know what the thing is this, on Saturday night, show me your skills, I will show you my skills. That's the main thing, you know. Why? Yeah, we don't.
I don't want to. You've not
you know, I don't want
like
to.
me.
I don't want to talk, you know. I don't want to talk, but you know, I want to give
Who's
my 100%.
What fight have you fought that's better than me? What you said you
Many
fought thousands.
fighters.
Name one, and I'm sure there'll be a chuckle in the audience.
I fight, you know, Olympic champions. You fight Olympic champions.
They're 3-round fighters. They're in 3 rounds.
This is not about 3 rounds. This is about boxing.
So stop talking about amateurs. No one cares about the amateurs.
This is about boxing, bro. This is I'm talking about the boxing. Boxing is boxing, you know.
But 12 rounds, I could have.
Okay, you 12 rounds. I know what you can do in 12 rounds. You only run them.
I win. No, but I win. I win.
How you
every
win?
time I step in and win.
How you win?
You can't
I
say
know
that.
you run like, you know, you never fight, you know.
You lost to someone that I beat clear.
You know.
You lost to someone that I beat
You know,
clear.
I smash his face. I smash his face. But what you can do?
Not mine. You haven't.
No, I'm talking about Maruti. I never fight you, bro.
Yeah, but
I'm fighting you on Saturday.
Yeah, but you lost to Maruti. And
so I smash his face, you know.
No, but you
how
lost.
many knock? How many?
You lost.
You give him knockdowns.
Putting someone down.
I fight like a man. You never fight like a man. You fight like a woman.
But the winner. I'd rather be a boring winner than an exciting loser like you was.
If you said you're a boxer.
Upstairs in my hotel room.
If you said you are a fighter, so
and if you
I will see on Saturday night.
But if you beat Maruti,
so you have to come on the ring.
I would have to come and see you. But why didn't I have to come and see you?
I will see your power. How many fighters you knock out?
Yeah, but I don't need to knock you out. I'll make you look silly and frustrated. You'll probably quit.
Okay, we'll see.
You'll probably go, do you know what,
We'll
Danny?
see.
Do you know what, Danny? We ain't getting near him. 7 rounds in. Let's leave the fight over there. I know I can hurt him. I know I can. Because when we spar, he wears a bitch guard. He wears a big metal bar in front of his face. Still
everyone said because you have to use this. This is excuse.
You don't have to. I don't use one of them.
This is excuse.
I don't use one of them. I move my head.
This is excuse.
You try and walk down with a metal bar in front of your face.
If you want, so let's you want to tell me.
Stop talking about you fought fighters better than me. You can't name one. You can't name one fight.
You want to tell me. You want to tell me. Let's spar without air guard.
Yeah, we'll fight about head guards.
I think the fans.
no gloves if you want.
I think the fans are going to get a great fight on Saturday. I think
No, but I'm still on one. If you can name me one name of opponent that's better than me as a professional fighter, then I'll walk out this room right now.
Much better than you, Gimel Magramo.
Oh, come off it!
He was 17-0. I beat him.
17-0. Yeah, I'm 17-0. I'm a world champion. Was he a world champion?
No, he was
exactly.
better. He was in WBA.
Who did he
He
fight?
was WBA number 1.
But Magramo lost to you first and foremost,
WBC number 1. What you want?
Who else did he lose to?
What you want? I beat him. I beat him in 5th fight.
How can you claim that Magramo is better than me?
I beat him in 5th fight.
Well done. He's useless. He couldn't lace my shoes. If I had to come to the world level and face you, it would have been because you beat Maruti. You lost to Maruti. I had to face Maruti because you got beat. Magramo, he's not even held a world title, so how are you telling me that he's better than me?
After 15 to 16 fights, I fight him in 8 fights.
How are you telling me?
I beat him.
I beat him.
Watch the fight.
When did you beat him? Where's your world title? Why is it in my hotel room? Why is it up there? You'll see it on Saturday.
Take one good Saturday night.
Guys,
that's finished.
Guys, it's going to be a great fight on Saturday. I'm more looking forward to the fight, even more looking forward to the fight now. Very last thing, Sonny, quick prediction from you.
I'm going to win. I'm going to win clear. I'm going to win convincing. I don't have close fights. I can hurt him. I know I can hurt him. Okay. Just because I don't stand and let my hands go, I don't think I can't do it. But the thing is, this reaction and the disrespect for me personally, because you should be telling me that I'm the best person that you fought, because that's the truth. As a professional over 12 rounds, McGramo, I'm sorry, that's laughable. Maruti, you might be able to say is better than me, and you might be able to say the version that you beat. I mean,
beat Maruti. That's why you said it's better.
No, but what you could say, no, listen. Better. But listen, what you could have said. What you could have said is that that's what you could have said. You could have said the version that you boxed and he beat you was better than the version I boxed, and I might have been able to give you that because Maruti is a legend at these weights. He's a very, very good fighter, and your performance against him was nothing short of commendable. But he became an exciting loser that night. When I boxed him, I danced rings around him and became an exciting winner and the world champion. But McGramo, I'm not letting you have that one. Punch. You can't name McGramo as half the fighter that I am. No, not half of the fighter that I am.
He was a better fighter. He was same like you,
17-0. 17-0 doesn't mean nothing. You haven't left the Philippines and you're fighting easy fights.
He was number one in the WBA.
Yeah, and I'm the world champion. I'm the IBF champion of the whole world and the stars are moving above it. I'm the best. So I'm the best, not you.
Okay. Sonny's
and not McGramo either. Don't piss me off.
We'll see.
Don't piss me off.
Sonny just said
man.
He's going to win.
Mad.
Quick prediction from you. What's happening on Saturday night?
Well, I'm 100% inshallah. I'm win this fight on Saturday night. All talk finish will be on Saturday night.
So a Waseem win on Saturday night?
Yeah, that's no reason.
Okay.
Yeah,
there's a lot of reasons, man.
Guys,
there's two reasons right here, man.
Guys,
two more down there.
We're all looking forward to see it. Can we get a quick fist pump, handshake, whatever you want to do, and give the fans a great fight on Saturday?